Good evening, I'm Bo Williams and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. Topping the list for us, following up on that shooting we brought you as breaking news last night, the victim, an 8-year-old child. 24 hours later, we're getting some perspective now on what exactly happened. Knoxville police were called around 5 o'clock Tuesday to Castle Ridge Apartments in North Knoxville, just south of I-640 near the I-275 interchange. The 8-year-old girl we mentioned was shot and taken to UT Medical Center. Last update, she was in stable condition. KPD identifying a 14-year-old boy as the shooting suspect. Now, according to Knoxville police, the suspect fired at a car that had multiple people in it due to an ongoing conflict. With a 14-year-old now behind bars, we spoke to Denzel Grant with Turn Up Knox, an organization that works to curb gun violence. Now, Grant went to the scene last night and shared some insight into the incident involving both a juvenile suspect and a victim.
They were outside playing. And allegedly, you got these two teens who, got into a gunfight. From what I'm hearing, from what I was able to process on scene, she was hit 100 yards away from where the alleged shooting occurred. So, I mean, you do have a situation where, it's definitely, a stray, wrong place, wrong time.
The 8-year-old is expected to make a full recovery. Police are not sharing the 14-year-old's name because he is underage. We do know he is being charged, though, in juvenile court on a slate of charges, including attempted first-degree murder. Next on our list for you tonight, big allegations against a Pigeon Forge pastor. He has been arrested following a months-long investigation and faces child sex crime charges. The Pigeon Forge Police Department says 69-year-old Dwight Suttles was indicted on 5 counts of aggravated sexual battery and 1 count of rape of a child. The police department confirming with 6 News that Suttles was a pastor at Liberty Baptist Church. Now, these charges stem from an investigation which began following a complaint that was filed back in September. Court records state that the alleged crimes happened between January 2017 and September of 2023. Each of the charges listed in the indictment states that Suttles is accused of having sexual contact with at least 5 victims under the age of 13. Suttles was indicted Monday and was booked into the Sevierville County Jail the next day. A big event's big return next on our list for you tonight. Fishing pros and fans will be making their way back in 2026 as Knoxville welcomes the Bass Pro Shop's Bassmaster Classic. It has been dubbed the Super Bowl of bass fishing. 2026 will mark the 3rd time Knoxville has hosted this event, welcoming big crowds and big catches in 2019 and in 2023. Matter of fact, the 23 Classic set a new attendance record for the event with more than 163,000 fans turning out. The event also generated an economic impact of more than $35 million. Now, the competition will take place at Fort Loudon and at Tellico Lakes as well. And again, it's going to be March 13th through the 15th next year.
We've always had great sports, but when you think about the new venue coming online with the multi-purpose stadium, and you start thinking about how soccer and baseball integrate, and then you're welcoming back a local event favorite, which is Bassmaster Classic, that's bringing in all of this out-of-town influx, I think it all just builds off of each other and tells this great new way of why you should visit Knoxville.
Competition, again, will take place on Fort Loudon and Tellico Lakes. Again, it's coming up March of 2026. Our Big 7 list takes us just over the state line to Bell County, Kentucky. State police there confirming that 1 person died following a fire in the Page community. We're told a family of 4 was inside the residence when the fire broke out. Now, 3 of them were able to escape after an AT&T employee drove by and noticed smoke coming from the home. The driver was able to alert the family and help them escape the flames. First responders are still investigating the incident. We'll continue to update you as we learn more. We're diving into a big conflict over a big flagpole. The CEO of Camping World, a national RV rental company, says the company will not be removing its 130-foot flagpole after the city of Sevierville sent the company a 30-day notice to take it down. Now, this came after the City of Sevierville Board of Zoning Appeals denied the company's request to construct a 130-foot flagpole on their property in Kodak. The city tells us, despite this, the company proceeded with the construction anyway, and it exceeds their 44-foot height limit for the area. CEO Marcus Lemonis says that the pole isn't going anywhere, and the 40 by 80-foot American flag won't be either.
flag's not coming down. And for those folks that don't understand the genesis of it, I've had this flag in my family since I was a little child. I was born in a foreign country. I have the blessing of being here in the United States where I can have a business and have employees. And this is my way to pay respect to not only the veterans of this country, but current and active military and everybody else who just loves the country.
Now, in talking to the people in the Kodak area, many residents say they don't mind the size of the flag and hope to see it stay. In the notice sent to Camping World by the city of Sevierville, it says if the company does not comply in 30 days, the city will seek legal action or issue citations until it complies. First day of testimony is now over for a major court case we've been following now for 5 years. Megan Boswell facing first-degree murder and other charges in connection with the disappearance and death of her 15-month-old daughter. Tonight, the jury is back at their hotel, sequestered during the trial, sent home early as a legal clash between defense and prosecution has prompted the judge to review the video of a 2-hour interview of Megan Boswell conducted by an FBI agent. That agent, Brian Fraley, was the first witness called to the stand after opening statements. Now, he talked about the day Evelyn's body was found in a trash can inside of a playhouse. He described evidence photos from that day, which we're not going to show here on TV because of the unsettling nature of what they show and this case.
The body of Evelyn Boswell that's underneath these layers of items, that includes aluminum foil and the gray and white fleece blanket. You can also see some portion of the clothing. Evelyn was wearing the pink onesie fleece with the penguins.
Several jurors cried during the testimony when photos of Evelyn's body was shown. Boswell could be heard audibly sobbing as well. Later, while the jury was out for a court recess, Boswell's attorney argued he should be able to cross-examine Fraley about Fraley's February interview with Boswell, mentioned during the earlier testimony. Argument and counter-argument then followed. Eventually, the judge dismissed the jury for the night, saying that he would have to review the entire interview in his chambers to make a decision. Now, before that clash, the prosecution's opening statement offered claims about conflicting stories from Megan Boswell about where her daughter was during the 2 months between when the little girl was last seen and when she was reported missing. Also noting that Boswell started a new relationship, took trips to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge with her boyfriend, and moved in with him while her daughter's body was decaying. Boswell's defense attorney argued that the state does not have the evidence to convict, arguing the state does not know what happened and cannot prove the exact circumstances of how Evelyn died, raising the theory that Evelyn's death could have been accidental, and he cannot imagine the mental state of an 18-year-old mother learning her child has died.